Welcome to the deep dive for this week. Don't forget to visit the website at deepdiveau.net. Check out our socials and Patreon page at the Deep Dive AU. Subscribe via your favourite podcast app or like and subscribe at our YouTube page at the Deep Dive AU.
The Deep Dive podcast mugs are now available for purchase and are currently on sale. Just go to our merchandise page at deepdiveau.net to purchase one. Don't miss out on this opportunity to grab one for yourself or as a thoughtful gift for a fellow podcast enthusiast.
Hello and welcome back to the Deep Dive podcast for 2025. Our Season 2 episodes will begin on the 5th of February. However, there's going to be changes to the podcast for this year.
This is the Deep Dive podcast. And here is your host, Michael Coles.
So, to the changes to the podcast for 2025. After much thought and consideration, we've decided to make a small change to how often we release new episodes. In Season 2, instead of our weekly schedule, we'll be moving to a fortnightly release. So that's one new episode every 2 weeks. This will allow us to have plenty of content and not having to scramble to find guests. But now we know this is a shift, and some of you may miss our weekly episodes. We totally get it. This change will allow us to spend more time crafting even better content, diving deeper into the topics you love, and bringing on incredible guests. Quality over quantity, right? Rest assured, the Deep Dive podcast isn't going anywhere. We're just adjusting the rhythm a bit so we can keep delivering the content that keeps you coming back. And hey, who knows? You might find the extra anticipation makes each episode even sweeter. As always, we'd love to hear your thoughts, so feel free to reach out to us on the Deep Dive AU on our socials or email us at admin@deepdiveau.net. Your feedback means the world to us and helps us make the podcast the best we can be. We want to take a moment to talk about something that's also vital to the future of the podcast, and that's you. Yep, you, our amazing listeners who tune in week after week or now fortnight after fortnight. You see, producing the Deep Dive podcast takes a lot of time, effort, resources, and of course, costs. This includes our podcast platforms to advertising, to networking, and maintaining our website. And it's all done by yours truly. From researching, writing, and recording to editing and publishing, it's a labor of love, but it's still labor. But I would really love to potentially pay our guests to be part of the podcast and to recoup the costs of running the Deep Dive podcast itself. And that's where you come in. If you've been enjoying the show and want to help us keep it going strong, we'd love for you to consider supporting us on Patreon. By joining a Patreon community, you're not just helping us cover the cost of producing the podcast, you're helping us grow, improve, and bring you even more of the content you love. And the best part? You get some awesome perks in return. Think exclusive bonus episodes, behind-the-scenes content, shout-outs, and maybe even some cool merch. It's our way to saying thank you for believing in what we do. So just head over to our Patreon page, patreon.com/the Deep Dive AU, and check it out. Every little bit helps. Seriously, even a cup of coffee such pledge can make a huge difference. And for our business owners out there, or a neurodivergent business owners out there, or anyone who knows a business looking for some great exposure, have you thought about becoming a sponsor of the Deep Dive podcast? Our audience is made up of engaged, passionate listeners who trust us to bring them value. By partnering with us, your brand could reach a potential community of potential customers. Whether you're looking for ad spots, custom content opportunities through our socials and also our website, we'd love to work with you. So just drop us an email at admin@deepdiveau.net to start the conversation. So whether you're an avid listener or a forward-thinking business, there's a way for you to help us keep doing what we do and doing it even better. So thank you for being here and for supporting us and making the Deep Dive podcast what it is. Now for the exciting bit. Firstly, we would like to do some more lives with you this year after the success of the lives late last year. I would love to meet each and every one of you, and we can talk about anything. The lives don't really have a particular format, but I would really love to see everyone that supports our podcast. And this is also a way that you can participate as well if you can't participate in the usual way by talking about a subject in depth as you usually love. And hopefully you'll be in a group. It's not quite as scary. So if you'd like to join us, send me an email at admin@deepdiveau.net or join our newsletter by subscribing via our website, deepdiveau.net. I'm hoping to have this once every couple of months. Secondly, and I'm really keen for this, and I know other people that are keen for this as well, we're going to have a roundtable episodes of the deep dive as well. With the federal election coming up here in Australia probably in the first couple of months of this year, and with changes within the disability sector, I'm finding many topics coming up that that really fires up our listeners. For example, when music therapy was potentially going to be downgraded from the NDIS, it really fired a lot of allied health professionals and parents accessing the services that their kids were accessing under the NDIS. There could be a lot of potential discussions this year that could be powerful and hopefully could spur a positive change. If you have any tips or ideas that comes to mind, email me at admin@deepdiveau.net, and I'll also put a form on our website so you can fill this out as well. Anyway, that's all from me for now. I look forward to bringing you new episodes from February 5 and all of these exciting new elements that will be coming this year. Bye for now.